Hello and welcome back to another video, and today we'll be discussing the failure of Kodak. On January 2012, 133-year-old firm Eastman Kodak stunned the world by announcing its demise from the camera business. Founded by George Eastman, Kodak and its little yellow packages was recognized as one of the most popular brands in the world. Kodak, however, had a bad time keeping up with the advanced digital era and the competitors moving towards it. Soon enough, in the mid of January 2012, Kodak was seen to file for Chapter 11 protection bankruptcy. In this video, we are going to look at where did our beloved brand Kodak went wrong and what led to this closure. Welcome to Schematic World, a place where you tend to grow yourself. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing to the channel and clicking on the bell icon to never miss a video such as this. And for future updates, do visit my blog, the link will be down in the description below. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. A history of innovation. Manufacturing dry plates, Kodak started its journey in 1879. George Eastman was known to be one of the greatest entrepreneurs at that point of time and had even received a patent for his plate coating machine back in London. By 1880, Eastman saw the opportunity and started the commercial manufacturing of dry plates. This successful venture of Eastman was seen by the world and also caught the eye of Henry A. Later on, Henry and Eastman would strongly bind to form the Eastman Dry Plate Company in 1881. Later on, the company would start unveiling film in rolls with a universal roll holder that would nearly fit all the cameras from 1883. In 1889, the company renamed itself to the Eastman Company following their mass-market consumer photography motto, "You press the button, we do the rest." Known for its pioneering technology and marketing, the company started to be known as Eastman Kodak Company since 1892. Their technological advancement was so far ahead of its time that the film manufactured by the company was used on the Apollo 11 missions in 1969. By 1975, Kodak became to be known as a pioneer in the development of digital cameras. One of the engineers in Eastman Kodak started a cassette tape of around 3.6 kilograms, which would be the equivalent of a memory card today. This tape took nearly 23 seconds to expose each image. By 1976, Kodak was responsible for around 90% market share for photographic films and around 85% camera sales in America. By the 1990s, Kodak was recognized as one of the top 5 most valuable brands in the world. Rise and fall of Kodak. Kodak has remained the world's leading film provider since the formation of the company. In 1996, the company peaked a revenue of nearly $16 billion to reach profits of $2.5 billion by 1999. However, since the century kicked in, Kodak didn't really see happy days. As the digital revolution started coming in, Kodak was slow to react to the same, thus costing it a revenue downfall from $15 billion to $9.4 billion in 2009. By 2011, according to The Economist, revenues were down to $6.2 billion. With over 145,000 workers employed worldwide, Kodak started to cut thousands of jobs by the early 2012. Reasons for failure. Let's take a good deep dive into why did Eastman Kodak fail and what were the reasons behind the same. Number 1. Couldn't adapt new technology. Kodak had a great rival back then, Fujifilm. Both of these companies knew that the traditional business would go obsolete after a point of time. However, Kodak was unable to adapt to this change, unlike Fujifilm, who wouldn't hesitate to change their main business according to the demand in the market, which was gearing for the digital era. Number 2. Disruptive innovation. Kodak decided to produce digital cameras and would offer its consumers to click pictures and then post and share them subsequently online. This was all possible due to the decision by Kodak CEO George Fisher, who served the company from 1993 until 1999. Kodak did make a great deal of revenue by selling digital cameras, but the success was short-lived as the camera phones started creeping into the market. Number 3. Lack of integration of external and internal knowledge. Kodak did not have the required expertise to manufacture digital cameras and would thus outsource the same. However, the outsourcing management could not live up to the internal knowledge of the company, hence resulting in a gap in innovative mindsets. This would further result in Kodak failing to compete in the digital market. Number 4. Complacency. Kodak's failure also had a lot to do with the company being complacent. Having huge investments in research and development, the excellent consumer relations made Kodak more and more complacent. This further translated to Kodak not adopting the changes in a prominent manner. Number 5. Inconsistent leadership and losing focus. Having several CEOs also had its own demerits, as it rendered the company to not have one particular strategy. Whenever there would be a change in leadership, the company would have to go through an entire organizational restructuring. Every new CEO would have different perspectives and would in turn change the ultimate goal of the company. Kodak's latest CEO, Antonio Perez, started to focus hugely on the printing business, which was highly dominated by Hewlett and Packard. To summarize, in order to survive in any market, one needs to follow where the market is moving towards. As in the case of Kodak, they failed to achieve this very target and was rendered useless. Playing in a market where your competitors are there to offer more than you do is just a waste of organizational ability. Adapting to change and going with the market can ensure an organization like Kodak the goal they wish to follow up with. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then don't forget to smash that like icon and the subscribe button down below. So with that, I will take my leave and I will meet you the next time. Thank you.